And I will tell you very briefly, I'm so grateful for all the work that you've done up until this point to be able to build this company, to be ready for the explosion of growth that is about to occur. This is going to be the biggest story in the network marketing profession, a minimum the next 5 years. It's going to be the most talked about, the most admired. It's already the most admired, but it's going to be the most, you're going to see people joining from everywhere. It's going to become a phenomenon. There's no question in my mind that Wave 1 has been established up until today. Wave 2 is when it goes from obscure to popular everywhere, and everybody's getting involved, and your business gets easier because people are ready to take a step. Now, here's what I want to tell you. Just being involved in Wave 2 is not enough. Just being in the right place at the right time is not enough. You've got to take some specific action when you're in the right place at the right time in order to be able to capitalize on it. And I will tell you, the next 12 to 18 months is that moment. There's never going to be another season, another period of time where you will be able to earn as much per hour of effort than you will in the next 12 to 18 months. And I will tell you, the next 3 months is the biggest window. There will literally be millionaires created out of this room in the next 90 days. They won't have the money yet, but the millions will be created from the efforts in the next 90 days. You understand what I'm saying to you? Yes. If you really did, your actions would be different. I promise. If you really did. Here's what I'm going to tell you. Techniques in our business change. You know, do I do a CD? Do I use a DVD? Do I use a website? Do I do live meetings? Do I do, coffee and cards? What do I do? The techniques change, but the concepts stay the same. They never change. And what does that mean, concepts? The concepts of being a product of the product, being a raving fan yourself, of sharing that product with other people, and having them become raving fans. We've got great tools to do that, right? Building people into this culture is something that will help you accelerate the growth. The concepts stay the same. But I'm going to talk to you about one thing. Here's what I know. Slow and steady is a good thing. But there are moments in time where a 90-day burst of activity will change your life. Yes, a car today will build you something, but it may take 7, 8, 9 years to be able to create freedom. But one 90-day burst can change your life. Build a foundation on a car today. Go crazy for 90 days. And I will tell you, every eagle in this room, every senior executive in this room, they could point back to a few different 90-day bursts where they really amped it up, and that changed everything. And what I'm going to encourage you to do is the next 90 days, make that the season that changes your life. Because you can. This 90-day burst, where your life swings out of balance, and you got to go talk to everybody and say, you know what? Not now. No movies now. I don't need to do that other stuff now. I'm going to turn the TV off now. I'm going to focus on giving and contribution and telling the story more than I ever have now. I'm going to work 16 hours a day. I might have to work 8 hours in my job, but another 8 I'll work on building my legacy now. I'm going to do that for 90 days. And I'm going to tell you what I'm engaged in, and I will tell you what I would encourage you to engage in, okay? So you want to know what to do in the 90-day burst? You ready?
Yes. Yes.
All right, here's what I would tell you. Number 1, make a list again. Make a list again. And instead of who can I get and who could I sell, make a list of who do I love? Who do I care about? Who can I help? And come from that position. Make a new list again to be able to go tell this story to. Number 2, send cards. And I will tell you, the magic of that heartfelt card is just unbelievable. In the last 90 days, it's just blown me away. The heartfelt card. Yes, it's a tool. Yes, you can use it for business. I had a person 2 days ago tell me, you know what? I'm just going to use this for my mortgage business. Don't give me all this heartfelt stuff. I'm just going to use this for my mortgage business. And I said, hey, just do me a favor. In addition to using it as a tool, and I understand you're busy, but take a moment at least one time a day and tell somebody, thank you, I love you, I'm sorry. Build a relationship, a real heartfelt card, and just watch what happens. I said, you know what, all right, I'll do that. So even those that are using it as a tool, give them a challenge at the same time. That will turn them into raving fans, right? The tool is great, but the emotion is what turns people into raving fans. But instead of just sending a card a day, send 10 cards a day. Go crazy. Go nuts. Call the whole world. Say, what's your address? And just get them out there. And get them out there. And get them, you know what I mean? That's what I did my first 60 days. I sent 10 cards a day. And you know what? That's work when you don't have the addresses. You got to go get them. Right? That takes you some time. But that's building a legacy. That's hitting it in this major burst, this major blast, 90-day window. One a day, yeah, you'll get there. But I'm telling you, instead of getting freedom in 7, 8, 9 years, you can get it in 3, 4, 5 years. And if you really take action in the next 90 days, you can maybe get it in 2 or 3 years. It's still going to take some time to develop, but you can get there. So send more. Call people. Don't just let the cards do all the work. Call people up and say, hey, when can you get in front of your computer? Something cool I want to show you. You know this. Call them. But do it more than you've done it up until this point. You know what successful people do? They do what everybody else does, and a little bit more. You know, a little bit more, a few more times, a little bit later. They start a little earlier. They end a little bit later. They give a little bit more. They work on themselves and a little bit more. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's the difference. It's not 100%. It's like 5. A lot of you are at 95%. The extra 5 will make you rich. And that's just a measure of the contribution you're going to make to other people. That's all that is. It's not about getting rich at the expense of somebody else. Face-to-face meetings. I try and set a goal to have at least one face-to-face meeting every day, because face-to-face changes relationships. Yes, on the phone's good. Yes, email's good. Yes, sending cards good. But get face-to-face. Look me in the eye and say, let's do something special together. Let's go now. Let's do it together. Let's make something happen together. Let's create a legacy together. Let's do something amazing together. Do that at least once a day. The walkthroughs, as you know. Yeah, 2 walkthroughs a day, that's great. Yeah, do the 8 points a day, that's great. If you want to create freedom in 5 years, 8 points a day is fine. But in the next 90 days, do more. Yes. I'm talking to the leaders here, right? Yeah. Do more. We're not going to say everybody in the whole company has to do more, but you know what? If you want to be able to be a leader, if you want to create freedom, do a little bit more. Lead by example. Set the pace. Let everybody rise to your level of growth. You know what I see some people do? They sign up distributors and then they wait for the business. Instead of signing somebody up and then grabbing them by the arm and let's go chase the business. Let's go talk to some of your people today. Let's get on the phone today. Let's not wait for it. See what I'm saying? Lead by example. And I will tell you one other thing. The treat 'em rights are the most unbelievable tool you have. Not only should you be at every single one, if you can, I'm going to be at every single one, but you need to recruit into the treat 'em right event. What I'm going to do at every treat 'em right event, my goal is to have at least 10 prospects at the treat 'em right, not just distributors. And have at least, I'm going to have way more than that, prospects at the national convention. Not just my team. I'm going to be in the front row with my freshman class. Here's the class of 2011. Here's the people wanting to change their life. Here's the thing I'll leave you with. Our goal is to become raving fan customers ourselves. Then to look for those people that want to become send-out cards ambassadors out of that group. It's not going to be everybody. But if you create a raving fan, you know what? Then it gets easy to build a business. If you're just people wanting to get rich, it's hard to build a business. They're the whiners and the moaners and the criers and everybody else. The other thing that I found out is givers understand this almost immediately and takers never will. It's the easiest filter in the world.